No one is talking about it. No one is looking at it. No one is doing very much about it. The world's biggest problem, I mean. It's like there's an elephant in the living room and no one wants to admit that it's there. That's why I wrote a book in 2002 called The New Revelations. It talks about the biggest problem in the world today and nobody else will even admit that it is a problem. At least, no world leader will. That's because the world's problem touches on something that no world leader even wants to whisper about. Religion. For nearly 2 months after 9/11, I wondered about the events of that day and how our so-called advanced civilization could have produced them. Then, in a moment of deep sadness, frustration, and inner searching very similar to the space I was in when I had the first of my conversations with God, I sat down very early one morning and wrote, "God, please be here. We need help." And God replied, "I am here. The world is on the brink of disaster," I wrote. "I know," God replied. By the way, not much has changed over the years. If anything, things have gotten worse. Now I know there is a school of thought out there that we are not supposed to say anything about this. SHHHHH. Talking about it only aggravates the situation, increasing the negative energy. So speak only about positive things. That's how the New Age motto goes. But it is not throwing around negative energy to say that the train is coming and we might want to get off the tracks. So I asked God, what can we do? And God answered, the problem facing the world today is a spiritual problem. Your ideas about spirituality are killing you. You keep trying to solve the world's problems as if they were a political problem, or an economic problem, or even a military problem, and it is none of these. It is a spiritual problem. And that is the one problem human beings don't seem to know how to solve. And then, God talked an entire book's worth, telling the human race how to solve it. That conversation with God became the New Revelations, one of the most important books on faith, religion, and spirituality ever written. In the text, God lists the 5 fallacies about God and the 5 fallacies about life that produce unending anger, violence, and killing among the human species. God also reveals the 3 basic life principles that nearly every action we are now taking on this planet violates. Then God delivers the New Revelations 9 statements that challenge the bedrock beliefs of nearly every major religion in the world. Finally, God invites us to take the 5 steps to peace, and to become spiritual activists by promoting steps to peace dialogues among spiritual leaders and members of the clergy wherever we live. This fall, on our European river cruise, I am going to personally post those 5 steps to peace on the church house door in Wittenberg, Germany. I am so hopeful about the world after rereading this book. If it's one of the CWG books that you have missed, I want to invite you to go back in the cosmology and pick it up. I was rereading it the other day and realized, again, how incredibly important it is, and how right on the money it is to this very moment. With the extraordinary messages found in this text, we can form the basis of a new spirituality upon the earth that will allow us to express our yearning for the divine without separating ourselves from each other, making each other wrong, and killing each other as our religions of old have caused us to do. Please read this book, and if you have done so already, read it over again. Then share it with everyone you know. I believe its message can change the world. With pure love, Neil.